to another Inner Life 101 video. Again, this video is about Nature Boy and carbonation. And I'm going to do a series of these little videos because this was one of the most powerful sessions I've seen that they had, because it speaks to how men and women are, the black male and black women specifically, are dealing with each other. And it shows how the black male has not evolved enough to accept the black woman as she is now in 2019. And it shows how many males, not only Nature Boy, wants to take the woman back to being barefoot, pregnant, and in the kitchen. Even though the women have evolved so much, they have discovered that they can do so much. They have discovered that they are not here based on their genitalia only. They are also here to exercise their mind and exercise their understanding of their emotions, and to figure out what all of those things mean together. And in this video, we will see the primitive thinking of Nature Boy, but not only Nature Boy, of many of our black men. And when I say many, I'm thinking about the MGTOW, the Manosphere, all of these groups that has developed over the internet, and they're bashing black women. And, instead of coming up to a higher understanding, as to start from where we are now, they don't know how to do that. So they attack and they demand that the woman return to whom women used to be, because the woman that Nature Boy is talking to now has never been that way. She has never seen a woman who has been barefoot, pregnant, and in the kitchen. If she has, it's been one or two somewhere, in her passing by. But she's too strong to have been around any women that have been only confined to the kitchen. And most women like that don't get out anyway. They don't see very many people. So, she most likely haven't even ran into any women like that. So
better than you can do. So maybe you need to break down for me, like, what are the different functions, and then I can see if I agree with that. Because maybe I don't have a full understanding. Okay, and here's our problem. Because of our environment, we have, the woman has had to become a man. Which is what? Like, what is the definition of a man? What are you talking about? Like, what is the definition of a man? No, the rest. Okay, wait. The definition of a man is to protect. Now, whoa. Now look. Yeah. Now, can I show you how that from our physical anatomy makes sense? Of course. Go ahead. Okay, now look at your muscles. Okay. Right? The muscles around your bone are less muscle, so that makes you more fragile. Your bones to break, your structure, your body to break. The male, whether he works on it or not, he has muscle around his bone. The reason why he had muscle around his bone is to protect his bones. Okay. Meaning that he's some kind of a shield. And in the physical anatomy, he's some kind of shield, which is to protect. That means that he's a shield. And what does a shield do? Protect. Right? So if the man has a muscle around his bones to make it harder for his bone to be fractured or to broken, so now we understand his anatomy, his function from his physical anatomy. You understand what I'm saying? When we look at you, we see fragile. When we look at the females on this side, it's funny that you're on this side, we see easy to break bone. See this bone right here? It's easy to break bone. No, seriously. Look at the physical anatomy so you can understand the structure and the function of a female. Okay? Okay, so we got bone, we got the male, and then we have the female. Right? So we know through the physical anatomy that she is more susceptible to be harmed in nature, in the natural world. So she is to be obviously protected and shielded. So a man's function is to, number one, protect, right? Now, when we say provide, that means that a man must create shelter and do all the hard things that protect him out here in nature. He has to build a house. He has to provide water. He has to provide the things that sustain life to you, because you cannot go out there in nature. You shouldn't have to, what I'm saying to you, because it's his function to go out in nature and build a house, to harness water, to harness electricity, to build. Same thing that the man is to build. That's his job. He is to protect and provide. You understand what I'm saying to you? And the woman, now what is the woman function? Since he's protecting and providing, he's providing you shelter. He's protecting you from harm and anything in nature. He's a shield for you. He's also building for you. Right? Now what do you contribute?
Okay. That was full. And that was all Nature Boy showing his ignorance of the anatomy of a human being. Didn't he say his one of his spiritual modalities for carbonation is biology? You know, most likely he just was thinking about the biology of having children, reproduction or something, because and he studies the vagina. Look at it, people. Let's look at it. This is what these videos are for. To show the truth in what is being said by Nature Boy. That was the most ignorant statement I've ever heard about the muscles. This display he showed, and then to see the people around agreeing, and then their eyes are all wide open, like he is just pouring some real serious knowledge and some real serious truth into their heads. Every human being on earth who is male or female has muscles. Go find an anatomy book and look it up. And those muscles are there protecting the bones. Who knows if they're there for the purpose of protecting the bones, because people's bones break every day. That's male and female bones break every day, okay? Even though they have muscles. But what he is showing is that, but no, he's just making stuff up. A female has muscles. The problem is that, okay, you see how this guy, I don't know what his name was, you know, he's showing all the muscles of the male, and all the men around there showing their muscles. Those guys work out. Obviously, they work out. He said that whether they work out or not, they're going to have muscles. And they're not going to have defined muscles. Yes, they are going to have muscles, but they're not going to have defined muscles. They're going to have fat and all of that around the muscles. And, you know, you won't see the muscles. They won't have six packs. Every man don't have six packs. Every man muscles is not defined. Okay? So, because they're out, they're busy, they're moving, they're carrying book bags, they're carrying, you know, things at school, they're playing ball, they're running, they're jumping. Kids are being kids, they're jumping, and they're building their muscles, and their muscles are strong, and to so that they can do what they need to do. Now, the muscle is there so that the body can perform a function. Your muscles in your legs are there for you to jump, run, walk, you know, and you have to have strong muscles. Some people have issues from, you know, you see people when they get older, they can barely stand up, you know, they bend down and they can't get back up, those kind of things. And that's because their muscles are not strong. and it's affecting their knees and their kneecaps and everything. So that's why it's important to keep the muscles strong. You have to keep the muscles strong throughout your entire life. But once we start getting into the work field, and men start messing with your brain, and even women do it too. They start, ooh, muscles, muscles is for men and not for women, and this, and we went through all of that, and women start becoming bodybuilders and stuff too, and started breaking down some of those barriers, and that primitive thought of women are not supposed to have muscles. Women have muscles in their body. The same amount of muscles that a man has, a woman has. The same amount. But she uses them differently. A man is always out. The kind of work that a man does causes the man to keep his muscles developed on certain levels. If he sits down in a desk every day and stays in the house every day, his muscles become soft and more like a woman. Okay? His form does not become a woman because he's a man. His hormones makes him a man and makes his form develop the way it is. And a woman, same thing. Her hormones make her form to become a female, not muscles. Okay? Muscles is not an indication that a man's primary function is to protect. No. Okay? It's that is, and that would be also, if that was true, then why aren't the guys protecting today? Okay, they're lost their protective stance. They want to blame it on the woman, but they have lost that stance. So anyways, so let's look at the woman again. They're sitting around, they're taking care of children. When they were younger, when they had the little children, they were picking up things and, carrying children. Got to get the water, and you got to have the kids too. And you got, multitask, doing all kinds of things. And those particular activities help keep the muscles active and strong. But once they get older and they start, getting the jobs that are sitting down every day and not doing much walking and anything like that, their muscles start to atrophy over time. So when they start atrophying, they start developing pains, and atrophy is very, very painful. And then when you start moving in your later years, that atrophy really speaks out. It really start showing itself, and people not being able to walk correctly and different things. Sometimes they go in and have surgeries, which messes them up too. So, but on a basic level, with a man and a woman with no surgeries or anything, a man is usually more active and a woman is not. There's more men in gyms, especially neighborhood gyms, than there are women. Women don't have the time. Plus, there has been a stigma on muscles. Now, the muscles are more attractive, and that just shows you how people are detriment to themselves. The men are detriment to the women when they start talking about a female having muscles, and they're thinking like Nature Boy does, don't know the truth, don't know the history, don't know the anatomy, and talking about women don't have muscle. And on top of it, look at the sickly women that he has there. These women, compared to that woman that's sitting there, Umi, I don't know her full name, or her Babylon name as they call it, but all those women that he showed, they were not muscles, they were bones. The woman that he was touching as he was displaying her and doing his example, you can see her clavicle, the bone structure. You can see bone in her. This is ignorance. This man does not know what is wrong with the God of black people on the earth plane. He's the God of the earth plane, specifically for black people. And he don't know that women have muscles. Women muscles can be defined just like anyone else's, just like a man. Not to act like a man, but for health reasons. You have to have muscle. Okay, no, I don't have muscles, guys, but I need to get in the gym and get my muscles together. Yes, I do. Okay, but atrophy is no joke. It is very, very painful. Okay, and women are going through that. Men are not many men are experiencing that unless they, sitting around just eating and watching TV. Then they discover atrophy. Okay, but women need to understand that you will feel stronger in your body when you work out, when you build your muscle and keep your muscles strong, especially your major muscles in your legs, your buttocks, your core, your back muscles, your arms. You must build your muscle. It makes you feel strong, and not strong in a way that, I can beat people up or anything like that. It makes you feel strong in a way that I'm healthy. You hold your back up straight. Your stomach is not hanging. You're walking. Your stride is much different. It's a stronger. You're strong. Your body is strong, healthy wise, not like a man, but health wise. So every woman everyone listening to this should ignore what Nature Boy says, because he has no idea of what he's talking about, and start getting some exercise. Start, if it's just lifting. When you're in the house lifting children and everything, make sure you're getting those legs done, and make sure you're getting the buttocks, exercise, and what certain muscles. Just make sure a lot of muscles are not being neglected, because you will have problems in the end. All right, sweeties, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will bring more videos on this Nature Boy dude is not is proving himself not to be the God of the earth plane like he thinks he is and like he says he is. And my idea number one is when someone sits down and calls themselves Christ, you're not thinking very well. Something's wrong. You're not thinking very well, because that's something people don't play with. You still have people worshiping Christ, and then you come out and say you're Christ. If we were in a day and age where hangings were still going on, they would have hung this man by now, because he's desecrating their religion. But we understand that he's just sick, and it's a good thing he doesn't live in the United States, that's for sure. All right, like I say, like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace and blessings.